Well, Sue, exciting times. The development of the Allianz Premier 15s. Tell us where we're at and where we're going.
So we're talking today about the third iteration, which starts in 2023, and it's just about taking the Allianz Premier 15s to the next level, get more investment in it, improve the product on the pitch, improve the standards off the pitch, and just take it to the next level. Give
us some of the numbers then and the outlook.
Some of the numbers, what financial numbers?
Yeah.
So we're looking at there's a 10-year business plan in place, which we forecast at the moment generate about £170 million for the league over the 10 years. But all of that, every single penny, will be reinvested into the league either by the Central League or the clubs. And then there'll be another £50 million of investment needed to cover the cost of the league for the first 10 years, which will be split between the RFU and the club. So this is all about investing early on to really drive the standards, to get more eyes on the product and to commercialise it and take it to the next level.
We know that there are clubs that exist within the Prem 15s currently that perhaps have got a few more pennies to play with than others. How do you view it going forwards in terms of those that will be able to buy a ticket to this party and perhaps those that may get left out?
Yeah, so for this next iteration, we've worked with the clubs, a broad cross-section of clubs, to design the minimum operating standards. So we've all sat down together and said, right, what is it that we need to take the league to the next level? What is it we need? Facilities for media, for fans, for broadcast, you name it, for standards on and off the pitch. And that's what clubs will need to invest. So we've agreed those minimum operating standards between us. They'll be finalised over the next few weeks, and then clubs will need to invest that amount. And as you say, some clubs are probably closer to that already. There's others who'll need to find a bit more if they want to be part of it.
And it's not going to be run exclusively by the RFU. We know that you've been around the table with Premiership Rugby as well. How is the structure and the organisation and running of this league going to work?
Yeah, we've had a working group with RFU clubs, with some independents, and PRL have been part of that working group as well. We're going to set up an independent company which we're going to appoint a CEO, and there'll be representatives on the board for the shareholders, and that will be the shareholders being the RFU and the clubs, and so that it will be run independently to make the right decisions for the league.
And you've talked about wanting to collaborate with the rugby community and grow the women's and girls game. That, I guess, is part of it that is below what will be happening at the very top. How do you make sure that the top, perhaps that we've seen a little bit in the men's game, doesn't rise away from the rest of the women's game?
Yeah, it's so important that we get this right. We want the Premier 15s in the future to work for the whole game. So it is absolutely a performance product. It's about creating players. It's about giving women the opportunity to play at that level. It's also about being, the pinnacle of the local pathway, giving part of a pathway in the community, giving little girls a chance to play and a chance to watch. And so there'll be various parts of governance that means that we all work together. There'll be the board itself of the new company, P15s, that runs Premier 15s, but also making sure that the RFU, PRL, the new company for Premier 15s all work together to do the best for the women's game.
And the deadline for when these teams might be given the opportunity to be part of it?
So we're just about to start asking for expressions of interest. They'll then put in more detailed bids from about September time, and so late this year or very early next year we'll know who the teams are to be in the league.
And you mentioned what it might do for the inspiration of little girls. What about a little Sue Day, who had aspirations to be a Wasp one day? If you were out there now and considering playing, what are you hoping this does for young women out there who want to be part of this game?
Yeah, I mean, it's for little girls and also for little boys. This is about having a product locally of women's rugby where girls and boys can see that women can play rugby at a really high standard. They can see a pathway for them if they want it through to performance rugby, or they can just see the chance to go along and watch women play exciting rugby week on week. So for me, it's just about having that opportunity to inspire little kids all around the country.
And do you take some pride, having been in the role yourself as CFO and COO, to actually now be able to help make this push and have got the abacus out to help make the numbers work?
It's really exciting to be part of it. If you throw yourself forward 10 years and you think what this league could be, with thousands of people coming through the gates watching, with tens, hundreds of thousands, millions of people watching it on the telly, with just growing this thing that everyone in the country can be excited and get behind. Yeah, absolutely, really excited to be part of it. And you know, for those of us who've been around for a really long time, you think where it has come from, and you think about those brilliant pioneer women who set the league up in the first place. Hopefully we're doing all of them proud, and we're sort of taking the baton from them to grow it even more.
Sue, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.